Well, I'm back up here today and going to try to deal with a few wiring issues that we have. Not really issues, but just part of regular renovation stuff because we've moved a wall. So that means we've got to deal with some wiring issues here. Lisa is over there, right there. She's working on a door jamb that we bought. She's cleaning it up and going to paint it for a future video on that door over there. So, but this is my task today. These are wires that was in the original closet wall that was here. We've already dealt with those. They went under to the restroom. These are some that goes to the dining room lights and some other plug-ins and stuff. So well, I've got to get them moved over to the wall. This one goes to the dining room light where the straws and pencils and everything were taped into, and that's got to be moved over into that top of that wall there and drop down. This wire is going to have to come over and down. That light's going to be moved, but don't know where just yet. So I'm going to move that wire over and just leave it there for now. We can have something to pull another wire through if we need to, but good chance it'll be moved. It may not. It kind of centers out in that area already. So that is one thing I'm going to be working at today. The other thing is this thermostat comes up, and this door from the laundry room, utility room is going to be opening back this way, and I don't really want that thermostat behind a door. I think it would work better if it was over here. Our return is there. The majority of air is going to be drawn from this way, so I think it'll work best here. I'm going to put a block in here, move that thermostat wire over and back up and out there and get that moved. So that's just some of the stuff I'm going to be dealing with today, and I'll bring you along the way, off and on. So we appreciate you coming along. Thank you. Okay, so I've got some holes drilled. I've shoved a wire down there just to attach these two onto in the basement and hopefully pull back up through that hole. And the same thing here. This is just another wire pushed down through there to grab this wire, which I've took the thermostat off of, and I'm going to go down there and pull it down and tape them up down there and hopefully come back up and be able to pull them back up these holes. So run down there and see what happens. Okay, so down here is the wire that I put down to get to the thermostat wire, which is right over there. It has a big long loop, so there's plenty of it. It needs to be rerouted anyway. It loops down and under and kind of screwy. And then here's the other wire that I'd pushed down, and these are the two wires here that I'll pull on down, and these tie back in to that one. I'll tie them onto that one and get them pulled back up. So I'll get that done right quick here, and then we'll head back upstairs. Hey Lise, are you to where you can pull on this wire a little bit? Yeah. Okay, right there. Now, this one. Huh? Yeah. It's going to be a little harder here in a minute. Okay, so now come down and grab this one wire right here. Yeah, and pull it. There you go. That's it. Okay, so Lisa was up here and helped me, and we got these pulled up, so I'll get this fed on up here and through that, and put the thermostat back in and hook up. And then there's my other wires that was out here on the floor. So I think I'm going to deal with the thermostat, leave those for right now, and then come up here and try to get these wires fed over. And then everything's in the walls where it should be. Put a block here so in the future, if you change the thermostat 2 or 3 times over the next 20 years, there's plenty of good solid something back there to screw it into. Sheetrock won't give way, and that'll be a little better. So that's where we're at now. Okay, so I got my first box here. This box will be the junction where the power comes in and then goes back out to everything else. This power will carry these plugs on this wall and on that wall, and it'll also come up and feed these lights. This light out here that'll be in this little hallway area. This light switch here will be a new light that's going to be put in somewhere here above the washer and dryer. And then we have a double switch here, which I'm going to run this wire down, which goes to this light, which will be the new kitchen light in the center of the kitchen. It'll come over and be here with a 3-way switch that I'm gonna have to run a wire all the way to that end of that wall, so they'll be able to light it from there or here. So at this point, I'm going to do all this other wiring and then make this last and power it all up at one time. So make sure I don't have any hot wires. So I did get my thermostat mounted back in. Left plenty of slack here in the line if somebody ever has to pull a new one. It's got a knot. I don't know if tied a knot in it so it doesn't just, when they're working on it, if they unhook it, it don't just fall through and land in the floor in between the walls, and they have to fish it out, because this is going to be really hard to fish anything through in the future because of these 2 switch boxes and all the wires that'll be right here in this area. This, I put a spacer in to get this switch away from this door jamb, because there's going to be a door here and then trim, and then this would just be right against the trim, and it just too close. I wanted it over a little farther, so I put that in there just to get it over 1.5 inches farther. So that's all that amounts to, just to get it where I wanted it a little closer. So anyhow, that's where I'm at. I'm going to drill some holes and get some wires ran, and probably do some fishing up here in a minute. So I'm up here now. I pulled this box out here so I could see up in there. This wire has a staple or something holding it here midway. I can wiggle it, but I can't move it either way, and I can't get my hand in there. We're going to re-sheetrock this or go over this anyway, but I really don't want to go to cutting a bunch of holes in it if I don't have to. So this wire has to come out. It's too short, and I'm not going to put a junction in up here somewhere. I don't want to add a box or any of that. So I think what I'm going to do is come back over here and on this side and drill a hole up here at an angle. Go to the other side over there and angle back into this wall, and I think I can push a wire through that I can get over there. So, and then it can come right on down and over into the switch here. While I'm there, I might try to reach in here with something and fish this one out. If not, I'll just cut an opening here and do it and take care of all of it, because and then I can just patch that back. This is all going to be sheetrocked over as well, so it wouldn't be that big a deal. But I think I'm going to first start by trying to drill a hole at an angle. It's going to have to be at an angle anyway to get beyond all the center structure right here that's holding things together. So that's where we're at and what I'm gonna try to do. Got to get those 2 wires over here in this wall some way. Unfortunately, this one's short too, so it's not gonna reach. So we may have to put a junction in anyway, Lise.
Okay.
It wouldn't be that noticeable if I run them down and brought them in and put a junction box right up here. We could also run power up to that. It could be a junction box / fire alarm.
That'd be great.
That would solve that problem. I think I still want to run a new wire here. This one's nicked up from where it had been fished through that wall, or I just took the other wall down or something, but I don't like the looks of this wire. It needs replaced no matter. This is a good wire though, and it goes all the way out there in the middle of the new kitchen area. So I think if I fit it around up there, there's plenty of wire to get it back to a box right here. It would be in this area, you wouldn't even know it was there.
That'd be a good place to have a fire alarm too.
It would be. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I'm gonna start by drilling a hole and just seeing if it opens up into that area first.
Okay.
So I'm not having any luck drilling through at an angle here like I was hoping I could. I keep hitting screws or something and nails or whatever. So I'm gonna just cut an opening here. I can get in there and do this all easily that way. Tack this back up and I'm gonna sheetrock over it later anyhow, so I think it's just gonna be the easiest. I'm not gonna keep fighting it. I think I about ruined my auger bit already, so I'm gonna make a cut or two here and go on.
Can you hold it, or what are you gonna do with it?
Just set it down there somewhere. A lot of insulation there.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Other than it's messy right now.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Got ranked this bit. So I'm going to drill a hole in this wall up here. This is where we want our wires to come down anyway. So I'm going to drill a hole right through here, because after we open this up, if you look up there, you can see, I'll just take you up there. You can see right here, this is an opening going over to that side. So I'm going to drill a hole up through there, and I'll shove a wire up in there that I can get a hold of and pull over here. I'll pull this wire here up into there and tape to it, and I'll also feed a new wire up through that hole up in there, and I'll get a hold of it and tape to it and pull them both down that through this hole that I'm going to drill and get them down to that. And then I'll just clip this wire off somewhere or another, shove it up in there, because we don't want it anyway. So that's what I'm going to work at. If my drill bit will even drill a hole now. It's had some pretty rough, it's kind of flattened out there. I think it'll go though.
Well, it must be drilling into truss there. Why would it be that close? Why wouldn't it be though? Man.
Story of our life.
They'll be coming out the roof before long. Man. What is the
You're
deal?
just not having any good luck with that.
No, ma'am. So, try it here, you think?
Maybe.
Against that?
Maybe. Go.
Man.
Wow. Took a little effort plus some.
Yeah. Okay. That off. Hopefully, get long enough to find it. Okay. And there's those two. Another one shoved up through here. Right over here, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna put a little tape. And we'll go. Okay. Now, get it wiggled over there. That's got her, though.
Good.
All right.
Okay.
That's got that. Okay, so for right now, I poked a hole where we want to light at over here. And all I'm going to do is push a wire up through. And then I'll feed it back down. And we're going to have a light switch here that just lights this area above the washer and dryer. And so I'm going to have to get a box for that. I'll deal with that when I get it. but at least we'll have the wire ran. And hopefully I can get this poked up through to where I can get it from that opening there. We'll see. I don't see it. I feel it though. Now the next trick's gonna be
To get it down through there.
down through there, which hopefully I can do that. It's not that big a deal. I can shove another wire up if I need to.
You mean to put something up through there
I
so you
found
can. Did you find it? Okay.
Yeah. Plenty of the wire there, so. Cut a piece of insulation, put back in that.
I don't know if it's going to be enough.
Lisa. Don't go there just yet.
Eee.
I may have to re-drill up here to make it work. I'm gonna have to.
Oh.
So this was a 16-foot row that we bought, and I think it jumped up to what, 25 foot? And I knew there was, I'd measured it and I thought 16 would work, but I was worried that these holes were too low to make that work. So I'm just going to come back in and re-drill right here below these boxes, I guess. Strike a line and re-drill, because there'll be enough that way, be plenty that way if I do that. Anyway, it's better than buying 25 foot and having 8 foot left laying here that we'll never, we would save it forever and do something with it. There it is.
There it is.
Just
Yep.
what I need there.
Okay. Nothing to spare anywhere. Hopefully just what you need here. Or maybe a little more. I don't think there's going to be a little more.
I don't think I'm going to cut any of it off anywhere. There it is, just enough. And come all the way back around and over onto this one and tie it on this side right there. And then this one on that end is right here. So we'll probably use like the red wire there and come off of it, off of this one, and then come onto this end down here and hook the red into this. Make sense?
So the red one and goes to that one?
Yeah, it's probably what we'll do. Well, on this end, see, this will be red on this end, right here, and on that end, red will be down here.
Okay.
You have to follow the schematic because it don't never make sense. Because there's a switch in there and it trades power to each end. It's always powered on either end. Anyway, that's the schematic and that's what we're going to try to do. You can see this wire here on this end on this side comes out and goes back to the light. So I think we can make that work.
Probably.
So we got our three-way hooked up, and I just need to get them all screwed in there. But the light works anyway from here to there.
Malachi's turning it.
So
Okay.
that's good. So that'll have that done, and then later we're gonna put another switch right here, and then if there's cabinets here, upper cabinets, there will be lights under the cabinets. This will be the switch for that. If not, we will put a plug there, or we'll use that other space for something, a night light or something.
Yeah.
So,
That's your nose picker.
You want me to pick your nose?
No, it's for you. It's your nose picker.
Your guys' nose picker. Pulled out a booger.
was they coming, Lisa? We got our powers in, so we're good to move on, aren't we?
Yep.
Next stage, sheetrock. And there's Malachi over there. He been outside mowing today. He's a lawn mowing crazy guy. So anyway, he's gonna get clunked on the head with that stick here in a minute. Okay, so we're gonna get out of here and move on to something else. We appreciate y'all coming along and watching. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Like and subscribe.
That's coming from a guy carrying a big stick.
Wise words. What's your words of wisdom, Carson? Don't have any words of wisdom?
No.
Can't you tell the audience something?
No. Hi.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's your debut, I guess.
It's like a deer in the headlight, Debbie.